You watch. But I'm telling you guys, the first thing that needs to switch is your standard. You can't compete in the office. You can't. You gotta associate with people on the leaders bulletin, and you gotta compete on the leaders bulletin. Otherwise, nothing's gonna change. Whatever you set as hard as the standard, even a new recruit. Let's pretend that. What's up, Patrick? Let's pretend he comes in business, and he's my new recruit, and I tell him, all right, 3:30. Well, I'm setting that as a standard. So now what becomes hard in his head? 3:30. Automatically. That becomes hard, right? Now, if he does 3:30 every month, is he going to have success? Of course, he's going to have tons of success. But if I set 3:30, hey man, we got to get 3:30. Okay, that's the goal this month. That becomes a big deal in his head. Well, I have a friend, some of you might know who he is, Eric Jamalita. I don't know if any of you guys recognize his name. Eric Jamalita, he's direct to Guillermo Haro, and Eric Jamalita is only 28 years old. And his first month, he did 25, 25, 30. And now he's already over $500,000. He just bought a brand new 458 Ferrari. I mean, like, he's killing it. But he did 25, 25. Why did he do 25, 25? Because Guillermo Haro told him, I'm not working with you. You're only 21 years old. I don't work with 21-year-olds. Get out of here. And he sent him out. And then Eric came back in and said, no, man, I want to do this. Give me a shot. And he said, no, I don't work with people your age. And he sent him home. And then Eric called him and said, hey, there are plenty of people my age in this company. I've seen them. I want a shot. And then Guillermo said, fine, but if you don't do 25, 25 your first month, then you're fired. You're not working here anymore. He said, everybody does 25, 25 their first month. So if you don't do that, then I'm not working with you. I'm going to terminate your agent. And so by the 11th day of the month, Eric was already at 13 directs and 12 clients in the first 11 days. And then he's sitting in the BPM, and he's freaking out because he's running out of people, and he doesn't think he's going to hit 25, 25. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, bro, you're killing it. You're awesome. And he's like, no, you don't understand. I'm going to get fired. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, if I don't do 25, 25, Guillermo's going to fire me. And they're like, no one does 25. He's like, Guillermo said everyone does 25. They're like, Guillermo lied to you. And then he realized that, oh my gosh, nobody does 25. And he was like killing everybody in the office. And then he stuck with it. He did 25, 25. But what was different is that the standard of what was hard was set so much higher than most people at 3:30. If they had told him 3:30, he'd have probably done maybe 3:30. But they said everyone does 25. And so right away, he automatically, okay, I need to do 25, and everything else seemed easy. You guys understand it?
Yeah.
I bet you a lot of you guys, your standard's just too low. And that's why you're stuck where you're at. So for example, I'm in the office, okay? And it was right after I had almost hit my ring. I was close. I was at like $75,000. You gotta understand, I was 22 years old. I didn't have any friends making $75,000 a year. So we were doing pretty darn good. We grew up in a low-income city where we didn't make very much money. My parents lost their home when I was 19. My dad's a pastor. My mom's a special ed teacher. None of them make a ton of money. And so we were doing pretty good. We had money to go out and eat. We were driving brand new Audis. You know, we had tailored suits. I mean, we were doing good on our own standard. And then Dan walks by in the office with $50,000 cash rolled in a rubber band, and he comes up behind me and hits me in the head with it. And I turn around and he has a stack of money that he just dunk and hit me on the head. And he tosses it to me. He goes, hey Jake, tell me what that feels like. And I'm like holding 50 grand cash in my hand. Well, I've never done that before. Any of you guys ever done that before? No. Not unless you're doing something illegal. And so I'm sitting there holding all this, and I was just like, and he goes, come here. And he takes me over to his desk, and he goes, check this out. He goes, what's your budget? And I was like, my budget? I didn't know what the heck a budget was. I was like, budget? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, your budget. You don't have a budget? I was like, I ain't got no money to budget, man. He's all, what's your budget? Like, your bills every month. I was like, $3,000? He's like, $3,000? He's like, how the heck do you live on $3,000? And so he showed me his budget was $36,000 a month to pay his bills. But he's making over $100,000 a month. So he's saving like the majority of his income. And I'm looking through his budget and I'm just like, oh my goodness. And I'm realizing that the difference between what I thought was doing good and he thought was doing good is completely different. Even right now, to this day, if we're at like 200, 210,000, and he's making that sometimes in a month. And then there's Eric Olson, who we just went to an event with, he made over $500,000 in a month. And then you have Real Machado, you have Ed Milet, you have Rich Daly, is making over 30, 40, 50,000, $50 million a year. How many of you guys have been to Rich Daly's house? No, we went to Rich Daly's house. Oh my gosh, it is incredible. He has a full gymnasium, like you would see like a college basketball team playing. He has a full gymnasium in his house on his property that he literally lets the local schools come and play their high school sporting events in his gymnasium, because his gymnasium is nicer than the school district's gymnasium. I mean, it's crazy. He has a parking lot. I've never seen a house with a parking lot. I've seen houses with driveways. I've never seen a house with a parking lot. He has a full parking lot with like lines on the ground and everything. Handicap spots, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's just crazy. But let me tell you why I tell you guys that. It's because it's just a standards thing. Now, and it's not all about making money. It's not all about making money. But guess what? If you're not making money, that means you're helping nobody. So really, it's about making money, because you're supposed to make money. Because that means you actually did your job.
We are ready for the challenge. No one else writes our story. We are the turning point, the movement, and together we rise.